Hello, football fans, and welcome to what could potentially be the game of the year within the regular season, as we have two top 5 teams facing off in the Super South Athletic Conference. Today's game features the number 5 team in the nation in Chattanooga Tech, who just took down the previous number 1 in Coastal Alabama, and your home team, the new number 1 team in the nation, the capital of Tennessee Bulldogs. Both teams 6-0, both teams fighting for national playoff contention. Should be a great game here today, so if you are excited about today's ACSA Primetime episode, do me a favor and please smash that like button, as well as hit subscribe if you have to be new, as we are on the road to 1K as the recording of this video. Let's go ahead and get this game underway. Top 5 teams coming off. Let's go. So now it is officially time to see these two top 5 teams in the Super South Conference duke it out. And what a way to start off the game. Eric Decker of the Chattanooga Tech backfield able to pick up the first down of this game. We'll see if Hennessy and company continues to build on it as they try to go deep downfield. Almost able to make the catch, but it was slightly not the case. As a 3rd and 6, they go short of the first down marker. That forces them to punt, but Capital Tennessee also off to a slow start, going 3 and out. And so, 1st and 10, Hennessy going over the middle to Johnson, who's able to make some guys miss. Only had one man to beat, but couldn't beat that last man, though. But the drive might stall, though, as 3rd and 3. They trying to pick up the first down with the running game, but Decker ends up fumbling the football, though. So to give the ball back to the Bulldogs, as we'll get a chance to look at their first time we get a look at their offense today. That has a reputation of sometimes sputtering out every once in a while. A little too inconsistent, but they did earn that number 1 ranking, playing multiple top 25 teams the past couple of weeks. We'll see if they can keep the throne, as the last 2 number 1 teams that played have actually lost. So not a good run for number 1 teams in these last couple of weeks since we started conference play for many conferences around the ACSA. As the Bulldogs now facing a 3rd and 10. Gray looking to drop back and pass. Go over the middle. It's incomplete, though. But we do finally see some points on the board, however. It is now a 3-point game. As the Fighting Bass are back on the field with their offense, we'll see what they can do. And Hennessy looks to drop back and throw it to the left-hand side over to Johnson for a first down. Slowly but steadily moving forward as they go over the middle once again, of throwing another pass. This time over to Pope, getting them into Bulldog territory. Will the Fighting Bass be able to strike back and potentially take the lead? We would certainly love to see it. We'll see what happens. It's now 3rd and 10, trying to go over the middle. Tries to thread the needle, but it doesn't work out for him. And outside of field goal range, the Fighting Bass actually elect to punt it. It's tough when you're that deep in the territory of another football team and not able to come away with any points. So it stays 3-0 for now, as Deshaun Gray is going to go ahead and take the snap and run up the left-hand side, pick up a nice gain of 7. Sean Gray, man, struggling in this quarter. Only 51 total yards of total offense. 30 passing yards in the quarter. Although that pass will help him out a little bit in order to pick up the first down. It's now 1st and 10. Gray going to try to run it himself. He's got some blocks and is able to pick up the first down once again. Another first down for the Bulldogs. As they continue to move forward, another 1st and 10. Gray looking, going to sling it to the left-hand side over to Davis, who makes a man miss and is going to be finally brought down at the 35-yard line. Capital Tennessee getting a move on once again. Quickly to the line of scrimmage and fumbling the football on the next play. But at least one of the offensive linemen do recover it for him. Still a 4-yard loss, though. As now next play going over to Atkins, able to get them back to the line of scrimmage and a little bit farther than that, but that is going to end the first quarter of play. A very defensive battle here in the Super South Conference matchup against these two top 5 squads. We'll see if either offense can open it up as we now begin the second quarter of play, starting with a long 3rd and 8 to deal with. We'll see what Deshaun Gray and company is able to cook up. As now, Gray dropping back, going to the left-hand side over to Atkins, who gets the first down and a lot more for the Bulldogs. Getting them now in a goal line situation. As 2 plays later, going to try to go over in the middle. It is an incompletion. So we'll get another 3rd and 8, but it's either touchdown or bust at this point. As Gray under center, going to drop back and pass once again. But the ball is tipped and it's going to be incomplete again. The Bulldogs having to settle for another field goal. So it remains a 1-score game. As Hennessy and company still looking for their very first points of the game for the Fighting Bass from Chattanooga Tech. We'll see if they can actually get it done on this drive, and it actually does look promising as Decker does pick up the first down for Chattanooga Tech. It's now 1st and 10. Hennessy dropping to the right-hand side. Looking good on the Hennessy as he gets another first. As now next play, Hennessy dropping back again, going to Sellers. Just attacking the corners of the field. You love that they're finally finding an offensive rhythm to a degree. We'll see if they keep it going, and they sure do. Going to Simon again from the backfield. I don't know if they have a linebacker or who was supposed to cover him, but that's 2 plays in a row where there's a receiver out of the backfield, and they're wide but naked open in the process. So now 2nd and 4 coming up. Hennessy in shotgun, going to hand it off to Decker, who does pick up the first down, but forgets about the football. Fumbles it away in Capital of Tennessee, while not being able to do anything, going 3 and out on their next possession. Do end up stopping the Fighting Bass from scoring any points, so a huge win for that defense, despite a long, methodical drive. So now Chattanooga Tech having to start over because of a good punt by the Bulldog punter. As now they're facing 3rd and 5. Going to try to pick up the first down again, but just can't really get it going with the ground game, as Decker is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And just like that, man, it is already halftime here. The Bulldogs taking a 6-0 lead on Chattanooga Tech. As now 1st and 10. We're going to start the second half of play in what has certainly been a very defensive struggle so far. Deshaun Gray throwing behind his shoulder. What is, I don't even know how he managed to do that, but he got the completion though, so I guess I can't complain. So Deshaun Gray now going to try to go over middle. What should be an easier pass given what he just did on the previous play, but it's an incompletion though. As 3rd and 8, they just settle for a run. They try to pick up the first down with that, but instead of the first down, they give the ball back to Chattanooga Tech. But again, they go 3 and out, and both teams feels like they're still feeling each other out a little bit. Neither team really differentiating themselves right now. Definitely a hard-fought game. Feels like one of those games where it feels like the defenses are playing really good, and it's not just because the offenses are just playing extremely sloppy. These are some legitimately good defenses that we're watching, and defense is certainly king, but the offense has got to do something too. Tyler Hennessy has not scored a single point for this team yet today. You know, and if your offense gets shut out, I guarantee you will certainly lose the game. And shoot, it might be the case here, man. 3rd and 9, going over to Johnson, trying to spin his way to the first down marker, but it's going to be marked just shy, though. But they do force a 3 and out at the very least. 1st and 10 coming up. Can Tyler Hennessy get a legitimate drive going? He had a couple of good drives in the first half, but they didn't end up in any points. Hennessy, though, going to try to go deep, forcing a throw this time around, and Raymond is there, playing deep center field and doing what center fielders do, making the play, getting a turnover once again, as it gives the Bulldogs some good field position and momentum as well. We'll see if Capital and Tennessee can capitalize on that. We've got a 2nd and 3 now coming up. Gray going to go to the right-hand side to Bland, over on the right-hand side. Good for a first down on that one. As again, another 1st and 10. Gray going to try to throw to the left-hand side. Throws a bullet. Even though he was basically right next to the guy. Definitely not necessary. So an incompletion thanks to that. But is able to recover a good throw over to Atkins on the left sideline. It does get him on the edge of the red zone. We'll see if we'll finally get a touchdown in this game. It has been, again, just a defensive struggle, man. Neither team really doing much of anything. As Chattanooga Tech needs to make a defensive stand once again if they want to keep this a one-score game. As they go downfield for the end zone, it's incomplete. Good job by the defense to bat that ball away. It's now 3rd and 5. Can the Fighting Bass make another stand? Gray dropping back, facing pressure, and they do just that. They get the quarterback sack. It does become a 2-possession game, though, but only 9-0, though. So it's only going to take one play to get back in this game. We'll see if the Fighting Bass can get that one play, as that could be it right there. Simon down the sideline, forced out of bounds, though, but do get across the 50-yard line. But can they do something after that? Not much happening the next couple of plays. Now facing a 3rd and 9 now, as Hennessy gonna just hand off to Decker. He can't find any running room. I'm not sure what they're thinking. The running game isn't necessarily working for them. As they go into the final quarter of play, can Capital Tennessee pitch a shutout in this ACSA primetime matchup, or are we going to see Chattanooga Tech make a 4th quarter comeback, win this game, and maybe make a case to become the new #1 team in the nation? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, Capital Tennessee does take over and pick up a 1st down on that one. Get him across the 40-yard line. We'll see if they can keep it going, though. It's Deshaun Gray going over to Kevin Gross, who picks up a 1st down for the Bulldogs. They're now in Fighting Bass territory and looking to strike even deeper. As Gray actually going to have to scramble this time, does slide down and make a decent gain on that play. And a manageable 3rd down as well, as they only need to pick up 4 yards. As Deshaun Gray will drop back once again, get it over to one of his favorite receivers, Atkins, for another 1st down just on the very edge of the red zone. As the Bulldogs continue to drive, going to the right-hand side, over to Davis, having to throw the ball quickly, but his receiver bailing his quarterback out and winning the one-on-one matchup. As they now have 1st and goal, Deshaun Gray going to go ahead and try to take it in himself, but is going to be wrapped up by the one and only 1-yard line monster. Is now 1 yard away now, going to try to finish the drive, and they finally do it. 4th quarter replay, we finally get our 1st touchdown of this game. And just with the way this game is currently going right now, it seems like Chattanooga Tech is definitely in a tough spot right now. Just the way that this game has been going, points are hard to come by. Now that not only you need to get 2 touchdowns, but gotta get, 2-point conversions as well, certainly puts the Fighting Bass in a tough spot. Hopefully they can turn up the heat a little bit and score some points in return, because they need to respond on this drive. It just simply has to happen if they have any hopes of coming back and winning this football game. As now facing a 1st and 10, Hennessy dropping back, throwing to the left-hand side over to Johnson, who's able to get away. He's got a lane as well. 1st down for the Fighting Bass. But the drive is stalling. They're now facing 3rd and 10. Hennessy dropping back, looking around. He's going to go over the middle. Gets it to Brunson, but he's stopped at the 1-yard line. So they at least get the 3rd down conversion. That can they get into the end zone? No, as he has a man on the left-hand side, but is batted away at the very last second. As now we got 3rd and goal coming up here. Hennessy making some moves at the line of scrimmage. Going to drop back the pass. Try to throw it towards the right-hand side. He drops it. The pass is dropping. Now the Fighting Bass have to go for it on 4th down. Trying to rely on Simon, the backup tailback, but he's short. A turnover on downs now for the Fighting Bass. So Capital Tennessee, all they got to do at this point is run down the clock, but they have some tough work to do on the 1-yard line. And, just got to do what you got to do in order to prevent yourself from getting safeties. That would be a tough way to lose a shutout if in the 4th quarter the Fighting Bass end up getting a safety, get those 2 points. But you do pick up the 1st down, getting out of the edge of their own end zone for a little bit. At least the shadow of the goal line, as they say, as you run another First down once again. Clock still running. See if they pick up another first down. Going to Bland, who is stuffed just short of the line of scrimmage. Fourth down coming. So now just last play of the game. See if they'll get anything going. But no, they're not going to have time to get the ball off. So that is going to wrap things up here in this epic top 5 matchup that we have between Chattanooga Tech and the Capital of Tennessee. Capital Tennessee Bulldogs continue to show their dominance in the ACSA inaugural season, improving the 7-0 and maintaining that #1 ranking, hopefully, while providing Chattanooga Tech their very first loss of the season. The Fighting Bass fall to 6-1 on the year, although there is certainly no shame in losing to the #1 team in the nation. So it will be interesting to see where they land in next week's ACSA Top 25 poll. Tomorrow will be the last ACSA primetime game for Week 7, and it could be an interesting matchup as we have Southern Alabama State and University of Alabama Hoover going at it in the final game before moving on to Week 8 in this inaugural season. If you enjoyed today's video though, make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you have to be brand new as well. We are on the road to 1K as of the recording of this video, of course. In the meantime though, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Take care everybody.